service, right? How did you manifest that? Or have you manifested it yet? I mean, how have you been able to do that? Anybody? How many of you have blogs or have created blogs? Ooh, exciting. How many of you blog on a monthly basis? Do you put at least one blog a month? Keep your hands up if you do it at least a weekly basis. Wow, on a daily basis? Okay. I was like, you are amazing. I guess what I wanted to say with the online community service thing is, as you get more involved with social media, you can start off with a blog. I mean, your Facebook could be your microblog, your Twitter account. You realize that as you get more involved with your community, your online community, that it's almost impossible not to get involved at a very physical level as well. So it's about uniting that traditional media, like Kari said, so you don't leave out people from your equation. You include that intergenerational piece for those that are not so hyped on the social media tip, but you also have an opportunity to take part in a lot of the exciting things that are happening at a very physical level in your current communities and in your city, your state, in your school, and so forth. One of the very fun and just innovative person I met doing this is Ananda Leeke. Ananda Leeke, yoga plus creativity plus internet geek equals Ananda Leeke. Leeke is a lawyer turned Jill of many trades, innerpreneur, author, artist, coach, and yoga teacher. Her mission is empowering you to be you through creativity, coaching, Reiki, self-care, social media, volunteerism, and yoga. She penned That Which Awakens Me, a creative woman's poetic memoir of self-discovery, published in 2009, and her debut novel, Love's Troubadours, Karma, Book 1, published in 2007. In December 2010, she launched the Digital Sisterhood Network, Viva, and Digital Sisterhood Month to give women in social media an opportunity to celebrate their connections, conversations, communities, collaborative partnerships, and commerce. She traveled to Haiti as a blogger, ambassador for the Heart of Haiti campaign, a partnership between Macy's Fairwinds Tradings and Clinton Bush Haiti Fund in February. Currently, Leeke is working with Wounded Warriors as an artist in residence for Smith Farm Center for Healing and the Arts at the National Navy Medical Center and writing Digital Sisterhood, a memoir. She's a graduate of Morgan State University with a BA in French. I didn't know that. Wow. Howard University School of Law and Georgetown University Law Center. Her memberships include the National League of American Pen Women, Yoga Alliance, Cultural Alliance of Greater Washington's Business Volunteer Program, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority, All Souls Unitarian Church, and Insight Meditation Community of Washington's People of Color, Sangha. Leeke lives in the historic U Street neighborhood in Washington, D.C. Thank you, Ananda, for coming.
So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I started with the internet. It was actually 25 years ago as a law student at Howard University School of Law on the Van Ness campus. I was at Morgan and never went into a computer lab. I was terrified of computers. And we had to use this thing called LexisNexis in order to do our case law research. And I was, again, extremely terrified. So one of my good sister friends logged me on in August of 1986. I know that's dating me. And my world was transformed. I had no idea that I could get access to news and articles in addition to the legal information. And I was a news junkie, still am. And I just thought I had discovered something amazing. And that was my launch into becoming this internet geek. And throughout law school, you know, I overdosed on LexisNexis, and my life got me into a place of working for an investment banking firm that relied heavily on the internet. And that was in '96, and that was a woman-owned business. And that was one of the greatest opportunities that I had because we were Silicon Valley above CVS on DuPont Circle, if we did all kinds of things, but one of the things I was responsible for back in '97 was making sure that our internet promotions, all of our domain names, all of that was registered, that we had intellectual property protection. And so that's really where I just dived deeply into the web. And after that experience, I served as a consultant. My business line dried up, and I had to take a nonprofit job for health insurance. We all know about that, right? Maybe you'll find out later on, but it was priorities for me. And so I started working in a nonprofit that allowed me the space and the time and the energy to develop myself as an artist, an author, a yoga teacher, a coach, and an innerpreneur. And I'm still at that same nameless nonprofit. Don't talk much about it, but I do a little bit of social media there. That's how I'm able to stay up on it. And it is because of my creativity with my books that I jumped into the blogging world in 2005. And from there, when I became a yoga teacher, in order to build community, in order to market my services, the same way I did with my books, blogging was a big thing. I started going to blogging meetups and conferences so I could learn. I'm an academic at heart, and I just want to learn what I can learn. As a result of that, I developed relationships, especially with Angela. We both went to Latinos in Social Media in December of 2009. And from every meetup and conference and experience that I've had in the last 6 years, I've noticed a trend with women, and that is when we are on the internet, we are very generous, and when we're offline, we're very generous. And I'm not talking about every single person, because I know that that's to generalize, but there is a power in women and both men online, but in particular for me, it's Digital Sisterhood. So in noticing that, I developed Digital Sisterhood Month last December to celebrate those connections and to really get the conversation going, and it has been mind-blowing. Not only have I been able to connect with people online and offline, I was able to raise part of the money for the next book through Kickstarter. And you know, it just goes on and on and on. You know, with the web, it's like Alice in Wonderland. You go down a rabbit's hole and you just don't know where you're going to go. It's all magical. And so really what I want to say to you all is that there is so much possibility and opportunity in the web. It's your intention that can drive what it is that you want to do. If you're blogging, if you've got something to say, use that as your platform. Not just for this class, maybe you want to talk about some other things. There's so many different networks outside of Facebook, outside of Twitter, that you can connect with. And for your career. It's like we have to use these things. You guys know all of that. So I'm going to end with that, because I know that you all have questions. And if you want to find out more about me, you can go to AnandaLeeke.com. I'm Ananda Leeke on Facebook, Ananda Leeke on Twitter, Ananda Leeke on Ustream, everywhere on YouTube. Thanks.